Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nightmare Toys podcast. We are on episode 87. That's right, 87. Yeah. I'm Brian, and with me is...
Christy.
And this week we are talking about the flood, which is weird because it's Shark Week technically, but we're talking about an alligator.
That's fine, it works.
It does work.
It's in the water. Well, we would talk about the Meg too, but it hasn't came out yet.
It hasn't come out yet. They dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
They could have had totally during Shark Week.
I know. I don't know. I don't understand that. Like, how did that happen?
Because I think because Haunted Mansion, they didn't want competition.
Oh. Well, whatever. I think, yeah, they should have been on Shark Week, though.
Yeah.
Whatever. But we are going to do that one in a couple weeks, though.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But we are doing The Flood, brand new movie, like 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
2 weeks old. So you can stream it now everywhere, I believe.
I rented it on Amazon.
Amazon? Okay, I got it on Vudu, so I think it's on Google and other streaming platforms.
Okay. Yep.
So, for those that don't know about the movie, though, this is where we had Devani Pinnon, and she is an actress in it, but one of her collaborators, Brandon Slagle, is the director of it. I think he wrote it too. I didn't pay attention to the credits.
I'm not sure. I read where there was another director and something happened with that director and they got Brandon, so I'm not sure.
He's a very fine director.
Yeah. Devani does like all his movies pretty much. They work together. She mentioned that on the interview that we have. You can watch that interview here on our YouTube.
Yeah. So the movie is about a group of prisoners that are being transported during a storm in Louisiana, because when is there never hurricane storms in Louisiana?
Right.
And they have to stop at the local county jail, and at the same time, one of them is being broken out of the jail, kind of like Assault on Precinct 13, but at the same time, they got to deal with alligators that get into the jail from the hurricane.
It's a pretty good assessment of the movie.
It is Crawl meets Assault on Precinct 13. I said it when we interviewed her.
Right. I don't think I've seen Precinct. I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen Assault Precinct 13? You should.
I guess I need to, because a lot of people talk about it.
It's a good one. It's a John Carpenter one.
Yes, I know, and I haven't watched that one. Okay, I'll try to watch that.
Even the remake is good.
Oh, there's a remake? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, there's a remake with...
I'm out of touch with that movie.
Ethan Hawke, Lawrence Fishburne, Gabriel Byrne.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's a really good one.
So they're both good?
Yeah, they're both really good.
Okay. Well, I'll try it. So, did you like The Flood? What
I did. So I knew full well what I was getting into. This is pretty much a movie that... not to knock it anyway, would be something they show on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah,
essentially.
I agree.
That's the way it was. It kind of was designed. Like, it's a very low budget movie. The alligators are not the best looking, but again, they're not going to use real alligators.
But see, I disagree with that. I thought the alligators looked pretty decent.
Well, yeah, they look good for the budget they had. I mean, they're not like other films that are using puppets or styrofoam
or whatever else they're using. I thought the CGI for it was decent, but it seemed like a lot of things were CGI'd in this.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of you could always fix it in post, which is never really the true answer.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean the alligators look decent for what they could do. Again, they're not going to have the budget that like Crawl had, or really even probably the team behind it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it has Casper Van Dien, who a lot of people will remember from Starship Troopers, as Nikki Whalen. I don't know.
I think that's how you say it, Whalen. Yeah.
I think she was reality show at one point.
I'm not sure.
I'm not positive.
She's the lead blonde.
Yeah, she's the sheriff.
Yeah, she kicks some butt in there.
She does.
Yeah, she kicks some butt. That's for sure.
She wasn't taking any.
She holds her own.
This time it wasn't.
Saw my phone ring. Sorry.
But I would say the wire work that they did was really well done because they do the alligator rolls and everything.
Yeah, that was cool.
So it would, that was fun to watch. Just the action sequences alone. I really can't say this is a horror film per se, like horror elements, but it seemed it was more heavy on the action.
More action thriller.
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
I guess really the only horror elements you get is the alligators eating the people.
Yeah, ripping off the limbs, and then like. It seemed like every time they shot one and finally killed it or whatever, finally got it, which I thought was a little odd. I mean, they really shot these alligators a lot for them to just, like, either miss
well,
or, I mean, I understand it probably takes a lot to, to kill one, but once they did, though, then there would be like a blood splatter that would go on the screen. Yeah. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did.
And that was very CGI because that seemed a little video game-ish to me every time that happened.
Well, I would say alligators, they are very hard to kill.
Right, of course.
So,
I get that.
Their skin is pretty much like a bulletproof.
When you have like an AK or a semi-automatic and you're going to get it. But in this movie, like, they didn't. It was just like, come on, seriously?
Well, water slows down bullets.
And you're cops and bad guys and you can't shoot.
The water stops bullets.
It does, but there was lots of times when they weren't in water too, though.
I think you literally could be up close and, like, unless you're
it
like
was a little
really getting it. Like, really, they said the only way to properly kill is, like, in the head. Like,
yeah, blow it up.
Yeah, or you could blow it up. But, I mean... I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Like, the dialogue is kind of passable.
Yeah,
some of it was like, okay.
I thought there was a lot of talking in this between everybody, and I wanted a little more action with the alligators, actually. And I agree with you. The action that we did get with the alligators was good. It was fun. But there really, for me, needed to be more. I wanted more. Some sequences I wanted to be drawn out just a little bit more. I wanted more happening. And you just kind of like got it real quick in some parts. And then it was like, oh, okay. I want more of that, So that's probably one of my small complaints. Right. Because like I said, what did happen was great. But I needed more. So, yeah, that's one complaint I have.
I could say that. It felt like they were following a formula to where they had to show the gator like maybe every 5 minutes or so just to let you know, oh, it's a gator film.
They did a little bit, but I needed more action with them with killing or the people or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to know how they really got into the building. Because it looked like they came in from the top. But then they were in the basement.
They were in the basement too. Yeah, I was kind of a little confused.
So
by that
I was kind of confused by that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, because there was some flooding at top. There was some flooding down here. Alligators here. So there was what was it, like there 4
was
or 5?
I think there was 5.
They mentioned 4 at one point in time, but I feel like there might have been more.
I think there was 5 alligators.
5, yeah. So there were a few. It's not like it's just one alligator. I went into it, I'll be honest, I don't know why, I guess I just didn't pay attention to the trailer, thinking something a little different with the movie, so I got a little bit disappointed. And that being, I thought it was going to be in a prison, meaning a huge prison with lots of inmates, which would have gave the alligators, whatever, a lot more people to chomp on so it would have been a lot more action like I thought in my head this movie was going to be, and that's not what we got. It was just a county jail thing. I guess I didn't pay attention to that in the trailer, so that's my fault for not paying attention and then thinking this whole time it was going to be in this huge prison with all these people, and it was not. You get just the sheriff, which is the girl, and then her one
deputy,
or 2 deputy cops, and then the 2 people that are driving the prisoners, and then the prisoners, and then that's it. Oh, and then the other bad guys that are there to kidnap Casper Van Dien.
Which there was a backstory behind that. So.
Yeah.
So at least they gave him like character arcs. Like you got to know all the characters at least.
I did kind of want a little more Casper Van Dien, though, in it, too. Just like I kind of wanted more alligators. I'm not sure.
You wanted to see Casper Van Dien fight an alligator.
I think so.
That's what it was.
I think so. I think I did, but we didn't
You wanted
get
Johnny
any of
Rico
that.
to fight an alligator.
Yeah, we didn't get any of that, though. So I was a little bit disappointed by the movie. And then Devaney, I guess for whatever reason, I thought she was in the movie a whole lot more, and she's not, which I wanted her to be in it more. But what she did, of course, was great. But, I mean, it was just beginning a few minutes, and that's it. I thought she wasn't going to be in it a lot more, too. So that kind of disappointed me a little bit, too. So, but, again, that's my fault for not paying attention to trailers, I guess. I don't know. For thinking one way, and, yeah, but it came out a whole other different way. But with that said, I mean, it wasn't horrible. No, it was a fun watch. Will I watch it again? Probably not.
I will.
You will.
I will, because I enjoy these type movies.
Yes, you do.
I know full
but I
well.
do too. But
I know full well what I'm getting myself into.
But some are rewatchable to me, and some just aren't. But no, I mean, I knew I was getting into a creature thing. I just thought it was going to be more. I wanted more of it.
Okay.
Then I probably would have liked it more.
All right.
We needed more.
You needed more.
And there's nothing wrong with that, with wanting more of the alligator. Because that's what I was wanting with this movie, because I knew what I was getting into. It's a freaking alligator movie.
So you wanted 6 skaters instead of 5?
Well, no. I wanted more, like I said.
You want more action sequences.
Yeah, I wanted way more action. I wanted what action was happening to be even longer, more ripping off body parts, more blood, more stuff. Yeah.
Is it, well, I guess, because when you're watching it, were you kind of comparing it to like how like Placid was, or how Crawl was, to where there's like action happening everywhere?
Well, no, I wasn't really comparing it to anything in my head.
No?
I just wanted that. I mean, I guess going into these types of movies, I mean, that's what makes these fun, you know. And I think it was just kind of halfway there. Like I said, I feel like there's just a lot of talking. There was a few little moments here and there that kind of got a little like that for me. It's like, okay, stop talking, do something. But there was a lot of bantering and a lot of talking between the cops and the bad guys, and these bad guys, and then and then they showed a lot, like, just random shots just all the time of just the front of the building, just randomly, a lot, like they were needing to fill in a space or something, which was like, okay, like they did that a lot.
I could see it, because I think for me the thing that was driving me crazy for the most part was the fake rain.
Okay, yeah.
Because it was like you could tell like they just like threw up the graphic for it.
Yeah.
Rather than, you know.
I'm glad you said that, because I feel like, was there a few parts that was real though? Yeah, like, but I know I can tell that there was like some that weren't. But
like them getting the like the bus, you could tell they had the rain machines or whatever they were using. But then the rest of the time, when it's like just showing like scenery, you know, they just have the fake rain graphic, if you will, over the, you know, what's being shown, which it kind of became distracting.
Yeah, I'm glad you because I kind of thought a little bit something about the rain was kind of weird, yeah. But this is one thing I can say, like with what you said about scenery. If you watch a lot of Brandon Slagle's movies, he does some really amazing, like, aerial scenery shots in his movies, though.
Yeah, the
have you noticed that?
The drone shots, I like to call them.
Yeah. The movie oh my God, I'm drawing a blank, that Devaney was in.
Frost. No.
That one and the other one, she's playing the nun.
Oh, Amityville.
Yeah.
Amityville Dawn.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Both of those, he has tons of just gorgeous scenery shots of like the house, or, you know, or just the mountains and trees or whatever. He seems to do that in a lot of his movies that are just gorgeous shots. So that's really nice. And there's a lot of shots like that in this movie too. The aerial shots. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's always nice.
Yeah. So, and then I'll give them a pass on the acting. Like they you could tell they're trying, which
Yeah, some was good, some was bad, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
So they gave it their best with what they could. I don't know if they had like a little ball or something that
Yeah.
they used for like eye placement.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, do you know that? So like a lot of times with the visual effects teams, they'll have like a ball on a stick for the actors, kind of like for eye
to
placement.
focus. Okay, yes.
And then they'll CG over it for like
okay.
everything else.
Yeah, I mean, the acting wasn't too bad. I didn't have too much of a problem with that. I just wanted more action with the alligator.
Well,
I don't know.
maybe they'll do a second one where you get more.
Okay. I'm down.
Maybe they move it to Florida
There you go. Yeah, Florida would be good.
in the Everglades,
Yeah. That'd be a good spot for the alligators.
and then they could deal with all the boa constrictors and everything
Yep.
too.
The swamps and everything. But yeah, they touched on the weather a lot, like talking about hurricanes and things that happen there in Louisiana and everything. So, do you think was that a real? Probably not. That probably wasn't a real sheriff's department, was it?
No, I
didn't think so.
It was very much fake.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because it seemed like the inside shots, it seemed like it was a lot bigger than when they would show the outside of it than what it looked like.
I think what Devaney said, they rented a warehouse in
That's
Thailand.
Right, yeah. That's right. I remember.
And they're
yep.
filming.
Yep.
They built everything in the warehouse and everything. So.
Okay, that's what I remember saying that. Well, what would you rate The Flood?
I had a lot of fun with it for as cheesy as it is, so I'm giving it a 7.
All right. I'm just going to give it a 5. Just right down the middle. Just, I mean, I recommend people to watch it, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always
but
give
for
it
me,
a watch.
it's just probably just a one-time watch, though. But, yeah.
Let's see. I'd probably watch it, throughout the year or something. I would probably do it as a double feature with Crawl.
There you go. I like Alligator.
Alligator?
Good old Alligator. Yep, that's my movie for alligator movies. Alligator.
Or even Lake Placid.
Lake Placid.
There's a few good ones.
Yeah, there's some
Crocodile.
good ones out there. Yeah.
That Toby Hooper did. I like that one. A lot of people give that one garbage, but I enjoy it.
Hey, there's some garbage movies out there that are good.
That there are. And then there's some that are not.
Right. Well, I guess, is that all we have to say about
Yeah, I was like, go give it a watch. Like I said, it's streaming everywhere now.
Mm-hmm.
It might still be playing in some theaters. I know a lot of theaters still haven't gotten it yet. So.
Right. Yeah. Hey, did you notice there's okay? So there's one part in there that just popped in my head, where the goofy cop, I'm call him the goofy cop. He was like comedic in it, I guess. When he goes downstairs in the basement, right? There's water. He's in water. But yet, let's play with electricity, and he's not electrocuted.
Well,
Yep,
he never
that
touched the wires. You're talking about the one that wraps the coat around him?
Yeah.
He
but
never actually touched the wires.
He flips on the switch. That, I feel like, if you're just standing in water and you flip on the switch, you're going to get electrocuted.
Well, not if the wires aren't in the water.
Well,
The wires were kind of high up on the shelf.
I don't know. I just feel like he should have been electrocuted.
Well, I mean, granted, there wouldn't have been all the wire if he put the sandbags out.
Well, there
like
are
he was
wires
told to.
everywhere in there. If you're looking around, I'm going, what? Even Philip watched it with me, and even he was like, what? You would have got electrocuted. I don't know. You make that assessment. It probably would have made it a little more interesting. But the alligator came down there, so.
Yeah. A few of them came down there.
Yes, they did. Well, with that said, though, it is Shark Week, and we did mention earlier that we're going to do the Meg here in a couple weeks. So next weekend, we're going to do the Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
And then we're going to do the Meg 2.
Yes.
After that. And I'm going to tell everybody about next week because I think it's a really cool idea. So they are going to put on, and me and Brian are going to go, At the Circa here on Fremont Street, at the Circa Swim, they're going to play the Meg 2 next Wednesday night. And you can, be in the water while you're watching the movie or lay out or whatever. And they're going to serve food and drinks and stuff. And it's going to be like a whole event at Circa Swim next Wednesday night. The event starts at 7.
I'm saying, is this
movie starts at 8:30.
Tickets you have to buy through Circa?
I guess. I'm not sure how this is supposed to work.
Or is it a private event?
I'm not sure. Something like that. Because they sent us an email about it for us to, if we wanted to be a part of it and advertise.
So I'm guessing
about
it might be a private event. Well, no, I guess if we're advertising, it can't be private. So they got to be selling something. I don't think they would just...
We'll have more details on that, but we're definitely going to have to go do that.
Definitely going.
Next Wednesday night.
They had just done it with the Barbie movie.
Right.
They showed it at the Circa. So I'm like, oh, that's a cool thing to do.
They're going to do it with the Meg too, and I think that's right up our alley.
Yeah, because I really wanted to do the Jaws on the water that they do in Texas, but I'm never going to get to. So
well, that's what I was thinking of when I read the email, because Philip showed it to me, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Because I always think they do that every so often in different places. They'll play Jaws too, and you can be in the water or something. So this is cool. Be at the Circa. And the Circa is cool because kids aren't allowed at that hotel. So there won't be any children.
Thank God.
I think it's 18 and up or 21 and up?
I think it has to be 21.
Is it 21 at Circa? I can't remember. It's one of those.
I think most of them are 21 now.
Mm-mm.
No? Did they?
No, there's always kids running around everywhere. But not at Circa. They're different. But their stadium swim is freaking awesome.
I don't think I've ever seen kids on Fremont Street. Ever.
There's kids all over Fremont Street that don't need to be on Fremont Street with some of the stuff that is on Fremont Street, but there's kids everywhere, trust me.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen yes,
I just said that.
I mean...
They're everywhere. Yeah, you can...
People gotta make money,
Circa's
too.
the only one down there that I believe is 18 and over, or 21 and over, whatever it is.
Probably 21 and over because of the alcohol.
I guess. I don't know. But yeah, there's kids all over down there, and there's some stuff down there that I don't know. Kids don't need to see, maybe. But it's like a big party area. I mean, and why are you strolling your kids around at midnight when everybody's partying on Fremont? They need to be in bed.
Because some
just going there, yes, I think
some parents don't care.
Well, I don't think Vegas is the place to go for
we're
families.
We are a family destination.
I mean,
it's plastered all over.
I know, marketing. I understand that, but we
got Circus. We got putt in different casinos. There's arcades.
Mm-hmm.
The that medieval
Nightmare Toys
thing
and Nightmare Cafe.
We
welcome children.
Sin City for the whole family.
Yep.
Sin City for
the Hoover Dam, because that's what kids want to see.
And half-naked chicks and guys running up and down.
I mean, they see that on the strip. they'll see that on the strip.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I so said half-naked on the strip and on Fremont Street. Yeah. Oh, well, anyway. Fun stuff. All right, so let's talk about some of these products.
Yeah. So, I guess we'll start with these.
Yeah, you start over there.
These just came in a couple days ago. This is for the movie Haunt, which I think we've talked about a few times on this channel. And then we had Channing Morrow, who was the ghost here a couple years ago for a signing. And I think these are pretty cool. You don't see a whole lot for Haunt.
Right.
I feel the movie's very underrated, but you get all of them come in 2-packs. So you got the ghost the clown and the devil, and then you got the which one is this? Vampire and the witch, and then the ghost and the zombie. So they're all $25 a piece.
And they're from Trick or Treat Studios.
Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah, they're the only people that have the Haunt.
Other than T-shirts, which
right.
I find weird. I mean, it's got a pretty well-known following now.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah, I like the figures. I think they're pretty cool. You can get them signed by Cheney and Damien. I think they're really only two that do. I don't know if the other guys do anything. I like the zombie one.
The guy that's the clown has done some signings.
Okay.
And the witch has done some signings.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So you can get those and get them signed.
But yeah. But I just think that they're really cool. I mean,
I do too.
They remind me of like the old, like 90s figures.
Mm-hmm. And then they did the figures for candy corn as well, which are really cool.
Yeah, which I wasn't so much a fan of the movie, but the figures are
really
cool.
Very cool. Yeah, and this is 25.
Yeah,
as
it's
well,
25
right?
as well.
So, and that's from Trick or Treat Studios too. So we got those in, and then soon we'll get the Children of the Corn,
and then eventually the 8-inch figures will be coming in.
Yeah,
I think those are next month.
I'm excited about the Children of the Corn figure. I want that.
I'm excited about something else, but that's okay.
What?
So they're coming out with that Farmer Vincent figure. And
oh, yeah.
I really want it.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough merch for Motel Hell.
No.
Which not a lot of people know about Motel Hell.
Everybody should know about
apparently
Motel
I'm
Hell.
old.
It's a great movie. I love Motel Hell. Go watch it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I want that figure too.
Yeah, between that and then the Candyman figure looks really cool. All the Killer Clown figures. I'm still waiting to see that Pumpkinhead figure.
Yeah. Yep.
So hopefully that'll be coming soon.
Is all that Universal?
No.
No. Well, that's good then.
No, all of it MGM,
Awesome.
which I guess now is Amazon
Oh.
because they own MGM.
Oh.
Which is very weird.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did that just happen or something?
It happened at the end of last year.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay. Well, we also got back in stock the NECA Iron Maiden figure as well. This did really well last time, so just got that back in stock if you're needing one of those. Mm-hmm. And then because of Haunted Mansion coming out, we got the Funko Pops over there by Brian.
Yeah.
We've had those for a little while, so
a little over a year now.
Yeah,
we've had them.
No, those aren't necessarily based off of this particular movie, though.
No, I think this is based more off the ride itself.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the Hitchhiker Ghosts.
Right. Yes, we have these two, and these are from Super 7.
And then we still have some of the plushies available
from Super 7 as well.
From Super 7.
But, Haunted Mansion merch, whatever.
I can only imagine that they're going to put out pops for the movie. Like
for the new one?
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, probably.
It seems like the movie should do well. It's getting very good reviews. I'm definitely dying to see it because I like their take more on the gothic side of it rather than like, oh, we're going to have a fun family fun time. Like the
fun time.
Like the Eddie Murphy version.
But remember, it's family time here in Vegas all the time.
Yeah, but this is the Haunted Mansion.
Right.
But I think that they did justice for the ride itself.
Yeah.
For this. Like, when you see the trailer, like, as they're, like, going through each room, you're like, oh, I know that room.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
So, I think, hopefully this will break Disney's curse. I doubt it will, but...
Well, I'm excited to watch it. And like I said, we will review it next week.
Yeah.
For the podcast.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, me too. So... and then let's see. So we got all that. The Funko Pops are what, $11.99?
$11.99. This one I think was $50. And the difference between the regular and the Chase, the tombstone for the Chase is engraved.
And how much are these?
Those were $60.
Okay. There's no price on that one.
Yeah, that one we just had a tag on top because it's a. So with that Haunted Mansion set, that was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from a few years ago.
And I believe this is the last one that I grabbed out of the case.
One,
so and that's a really nice little set. And we do have some Haunted Mansion, some other little reaction figures from Super 7 too that are just individual.
Yeah, so I think it's literally just those figures.
I feel like it is
just
almost
individual.
Yeah, they just put.
And then I think the color tint is brighter on the individual figures.
Yeah. But we do have those too. And the plushies, and I think that was it for Haunted
Yeah.
Mansion stuff. I
For
believe.
now, like I said, I hope they come out with like new merch. Which, oh no, they said that the ride in Florida was shutting down.
Wow.
I got something with the wait lines or something, to where if people aren't waiting in line like they used to, that means no one's interested in the ride apparently. So they're going to switch it over to something else. I think it's a stupid idea.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
That there was an
You
article.
just got me speechless. Okay, wait a minute. So we're coming out with the movie, but we're going to get rid of the ride?
I guess.
Where are you reading this?
It was an article. I think it was through CNN, to where Disney said that they were going to shut down the ride to switch it out because people weren't visiting it anymore. Which I think it's a marketing ploy.
Okay.
Because so
I mean, I feel like that's everybody's favorite ride, which is why they made
and it is
two movies now and merch.
Because every time, like just the Disneyland one, the line is always like 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's always long.
So I think it's a marketing thing, because for one, and this kind of shows like the certain sides, and I'm not going to get into the sides, but like they did the premiere at Disneyland for the red carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And because the actors couldn't be there because of the ongoing strike, they had like the Disney actors in the theme park do the red carpet.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of not the right thing to do. But for the people that were invited to go see the movie, they got to go through the Haunted Mansion first before going to the theater in the park
Well, that's
to
fun.
watch the movie. I thought that was fun. But I think that, like, knowing what was going to happen, like, they couldn't have, like, done it earlier. I felt it was a misjustice.
I just feel like that's just weird. I
mean, it's not the first time, though, that they've changed the rides.
Well, I know that.
So,
but,
I mean, like, Splash Mountain is gone.
But it's Haunted Mansion, though.
Oh, no. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, especially during Halloween when they switch over to Nightmare Before Christmas, it's like their biggest thing. That, like, when we went, that was the only thing Halloween in the theme park. Like, they didn't decorate it at all, other than that Haunted Mansion.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, but I could also see them be like, yeah, we're just going to get rid of it now.
But, I mean, don't you think this would even make people want to go ride the ride more with the new movie?
Oh, yeah,
out?
definitely. But, and part of me thinks it was a work because they said they were switching it to Hercules. I'm like, well, that makes no sense.
Hercules?
Yeah.
No.
So, but I mean, again, Disney does what Disney wants. So,
Well, I hope that's not true, because that's just weird, but
I don't know.
okay. I mean, that's one of my most favorite memories when I was a kid. I went to Disney World in Florida. Like, I've been there 3 times and rode... I mean, I couldn't wait to go ride the Haunted Mansion ride.
Yeah, I don't know. I know the one in California is shutting down like the first week of August to switch everything over to Nightmare Before Christmas for like the Halloween season.
Oh, okay.
So like they shut it completely down. I think it's like for 2 weeks, and then they get it switched over.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah,
I guess we should talk this Haunted Mansion talk next week, but that's okay.
No, I mean,
Talk about it now.
yeah, talk about it now. Save the mansion.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy. That doesn't even make any sense to me, but okay.
I mean, they do like Tower of Terror. It's gone in California, but still up in Florida.
Yeah.
Like the one in California is now Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time before the one in Florida gets switched over.
all the fun, scary stuff.
Which is
goes
weird
away.
because like they're trying to do a new Tower of Terror movie. So I'm like, so if that's the case, why are you taking it away?
Right.
And why do you keep remaking movies that you did in the 90s?
This is true. That's true. Oh my God. Okay. Well, that's news to me. I didn't know
Yeah.
nothing about that. That's not cool.
No. I think people will backlash against it. And
Yeah. Well, like you said, maybe it's just to get people riled up or something. I don't know.
It might be.
Or get people to go or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, people are already there. I mean, it's Disney World.
I know,
In
but I mean, like, go
Disneyland.
to the ride because they're trying to say no one's going to the ride.
I don't know. Yeah, it was weird because like they had video of like an empty line. I'm like, okay, but what time did you take that video?
Right. I mean,
And that's the thing. It's like, are you taking this like before the park's even open?
right.
But they said the same thing though. So with California, they're taking away the Star Wars hotel, which they literally just opened, and they're
Oh.
already getting rid of it
Oh,
because no one was going. Which I think that was more about the pricing
yeah.
than anything. But it's like, why are you already getting rid of this stuff if you just opened it?
Right. I don't know. That's crazy. Well, okay.
It's all Brian's fault.
I tried, guys. I tried.
Let's talk about really quick about another movie we watched. Me and you went to the movie theater and we watched Cobweb, another new movie as well.
Yep. It was a limited run, which
Very limited.
at this point some theaters may already have it out,
Like gone.
like gone, which is sad. Like I feel like it was something that they could have done a limited theatrical run while also doing it, like a distribution, like video on demand,
Yeah.
because it definitely deserves to be seen. But the way they went about it, I don't know if I can agree. Like, so with us here in Vegas, we only had it on 2 theaters. So the entire city, only 2 theaters.
Okay, I thought it was
Shut
one. Oh, okay, so 2. Okay.
Yeah. So
Still not a lot.
yeah, it's still not a lot. I mean, especially since it was put out by Lionsgate, who normally is a pretty popular
Yeah.
thing. Which, I don't know if it had to do with, the competition that it was facing. Which at that point, why not just move it to a different weekend?
Yeah, because they had Barbie and
Barbie and Oppenheimer.
that one too. So we go to the movie theater and you're wearing a Nightmare on Elm Street, a black Nightmare on Elm Street shirt. I'm wearing my Harley tank top, which is black, but everybody else there was in pink.
That's the
Everybody.
way it was when I saw Oppenheimer. Then everyone was wearing
Yeah.
pink. I'm just like, oh god.
And then it was just me and you and
like
two older guys that were together, and like it looked like an older woman or something maybe, and that was it. That was
it for
the
the
only
theater.
people in the theater.
Which is
So-
sad because the movie was good.
It was good. I
Um,
liked it too.
The ending I wasn't expecting, but then I was kind of like, huh.
Yeah. Right.
So it's definitely worth watching. It is a Halloween movie first and foremost.
Yeah, it's set in
It's
Halloween.
set during Halloween. My only gripe was they could only get one family to go trick or treating. Like that's my only gripe. Like if it's a Halloween movie, like fill it with kids.
Right. This is true.
But it's definitely East Coast vibes, which I really loved and enjoyed. It's set in Pennsylvania. I don't think they say where.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But like you get the autumn trees and all the house is very old and decrepit looking, very weathered, which I loved, and the actors in it were amazing.
Yeah.
Lizzie Kaplan, who normally does comedy this year, do like a full-fledged horror. Finally, was great because she kind of like dabbled into it with like Cloverfield and she did the Castle Rock show.
She was the mom.
Yeah, she was the mom. And then to see Anthony Starr from The Boys pretty much be himself was fun. It's always fun seeing him act because like you hear he's like the nicest guy, but then like on screen he's like the biggest douchebag.
Yeah, and he played the dad.
He played the dad,
And they're psycho.
and they're completely psycho. Like it very much had people under the stairs vibes to it with certain
Right.
scenes.
But they're not brother and
But
sister.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
husband and wife. They're not brother and sister. And
Just
then
the way they're acting.
and then like you hear more about like an incident that happened years prior to where you're like, well, was it them?
Right.
Or
A girl missing.
a girl went missing.
Yeah, a girl went missing in the town. So that's like the town story.
The town story.
Yeah.
And then like
And it was on Halloween too, wasn't it?
yeah, it was on Halloween, and then like events happen in the movie where you kind of question if it was them.
Right.
And then you get to the twist, and you learn more, and you're like, oh wow. Which
Well, not
I
saying
think
anything-
that would be my other issue is the CGI for the ending. Which,
Yeah.
Which I understand why they had to do it, but it just didn't work for me.
Yeah, it was.
But the story itself is amazing.
Yeah, the story itself is good. There's a little bit kind of going on, like, because you're
It's
kind of
very-
thinking it's about the parents in a way.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at the movie Cobweb, you're like, okay, this is about a spider,
It's very much a slow burn.
but it's not a spider.
It's not a spider.
But there are spiders.
There's spiders, there's rats.
But the one thing that Brian hasn't said yet, though, is the son, the kid of these parents, is hearing something in the walls.
Hence the people under stairs vibes.
Yeah, but the parents, even though, had that vibe though of them, even though they're
yeah.
not brother and
Well,
sister,
no,
but they
they're-
had
they're-
that weird psycho
Yeah.
vibe of themselves.
But yeah,
though.
no, they're telling the kid it's in his head. He's just imagining
right.
things.
But you find there is a twist, and you find
Yeah.
out more
So-
about what's in the wall and this and that, and more of the story. And yeah.
Yeah.
But it was great. I thought it was creepy. It was another movie. I was kind of thinking like there are spiders. It's hard to not say what,
Yeah,
because we don't want to spoil anything.
yeah,
But like, yeah. So, but you're thinking it's about a spider and it's not. But I wasn't expecting like the psycho parent story
yeah.
within it. So that was a little added bonus. So I kind of was thinking with this movie kind of going in one way and got something a little bit different, but it was good though for me with this movie. I thought it was very creepy.
Yeah, very creepy, very gothic.
Yeah. And it's different. It's a
Gothic-like
different
atmosphere.
type of story because I feel
It
like a
is.
lot of movies lately coming out are a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, which again, very much a slow burn movie. Like
It was a little slow burn.
There is not really a whole lot that goes on until the very end.
Right. Yeah, this is true.
But it is something original, which I think I enjoy most about it. It's not like
Right.
a property you already know.
Right.
And I
Agreed.
like that it's during Halloween. It's set up like Halloween again, other than the one family.
And it is an hour and a half long, so it's not
Yeah.
like it's a long movie.
Yeah,
even
no.
though we're saying slow burn, but it keeps your interest.
like
though.
you're intrigued by it. You're like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, because you want to keep knowing what's happening with the stories. Like, what's with this story with this missing girl in the town? What's going on with these parents? What's going on in the walls? Like,
What's going on with the kid?
Yeah, with the kid in the walls. Like, what's happening? Like, yeah. So,
Yeah. So
there's, yeah.
if you have a chance to see it, go see it. Like, show this movie some sort of love. Whether if you can't see it in theaters, rent it once it comes on digital.
Yeah.
Or even Redbox. I don't even Redboxes are still a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's definitely something original, different. I could tell it's different because one of the producers was Seth Rogen, which caught me off.
Yeah,
it caught me
remember
off
that when
guard.
we've seen that. We're like, oh, okay.
But then the one of the editors is one of the guys that worked on all the Saw movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then he directed the last few Saw movies. So to see that, I'm like, okay. So at least know.
I know out of all the movies I watched this week, that I review on my live show, Cobweb was probably my favorite.
I would say Cobwebs and the Natty Knox.
Yeah, Natty Knox was good too.
Which is also another Halloween movie.
Yes, it is.
Which that one.
That one really screamed Halloween.
Yeah,
a
that
lot
one.
more
That
than
one was very
Cobweb
much
did, though.
Halloween.
Yeah.
So I would say these two, like, just this season alone was already
Decent, very decent
enough.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that Natty Knox
because
too.
they're both original.
Mm-hmm.
They both keep your interest.
Mm-hmm.
Probably something I would rotate through my movies now.
Yeah,
every
I think
year.
so too. Yeah, I really enjoy Natty Knox myself. And then you have Daniel Harris, Bill Moseley,
And
Robert Englund, so they're in it as well. Can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
So there's some movie suggestions for y'all. And Natty Knox, what did I rented that on Amazon for $6.99 as well.
I bought it.
Did you buy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you even buy it? It was $12 to buy. So I'm like, at that point, I might as well just buy it.
Yeah. Yep. So that was a good one. All right. And then let's see what else we got going on. Midsummer Scream.
We got The Barn here.
Oh, yes, The Barn.
Another Halloween
Yes,
movie.
this is another Halloween movie. Drew, our good friend Drew Marvick, dropped these off to us.
Yep.
So we have both one with the slipcover and one without the slipcover. So this one's $19.99. How much is this one,
The one
Brian?
with slipcover is $24.99.
Okay. So we have both versions.
So, yeah, and they're from Scream Team Releasing. And then eventually we'll get The Barn 2 from them.
Yeah, he didn't have any of those with him, but we do have these available in store and online.
Yep.
Both. Yep. And that's another great Halloween movie. I love The Barn. It's a good one. Did you watch The Barn 2 already?
I haven't watched The Barn 2 yet.
You have not?
I have not.
You're going to like it.
It is.
It's good.
It is in my stack of movies to watch.
It goes right along with this one, and then I feel like you get a couple more characters with it, too.
I'm probably going to watch this one first again, because I don't think I've watched it since it first came out.
I would. To get a refresher,
Yeah.
I would. Because I wish I would have done that, watched that first before I did watch part 2. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. Good Halloween movies. Speaking of Halloween, though, we are going to be at Midsummer Scream this weekend. So come out and come see us at the Nightmare Toys booth. We are booth 267.
Right there in the middle.
Yep,
Well,
267.
kind of.
So can't wait. So it'll be me, Brian, Philip, and Dylan.
Yep.
We'll be there at the booth too.
Awesome. We'll have copies of Valentine's Bluff for all three of you guys to sign. I can just sell it.
Right? Yep. We'll have Valentine Bluff Blu-rays and DVDs. And I'll have some of my 8x10 pictures if y'all want to grab one of those. Free autographs, free selfies. And we have tons of fun stuff pertaining to some of the guests. And it's going to be a good time. This convention's fun. It's in Long Beach. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's a Halloween and horror convention. So
Yes.
that's really cool and really fun. And this one kind of focuses a little bit more on vendors. There's a lot of vendors.
The vendors and the haunts.
In the haunts, right. There are some guests doing some signings. I'm excited for Tom Holland. He's going to be there on Saturday, so I'm excited to get his autograph. Kimberly Brown, who is, I think, all 3 days, the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
She's there for Halloween Town, but for me, I'm going to get her to sign my Rose Red DVD. And there's Jason Patrick from Lost Boys. Who else?
Billy Wirth and Jameson Newlander from Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Christina Leese and Alex Vincent will be there.
Yep. Oh, and Devaney, our good friend Devaney Penn.
Devaney.
She just announced herself. She's going to be there Saturday, I think it was.
Yeah, for 1 hour.
Yeah. Some of the guests are going to be at like some of the vendor booths doing their signing.
Yeah.
A few of them. And then they also have like an area where the other guests are, going to be the whole time.
Yeah, I was Eileen Dietz is going to be there.
Eileen Dietz will be there. She was just here in the store last week.
Robert Mukes is there.
Robert Mukes.
There's a bunch of names.
Marley
Shelton.
Right? Marley Shelton. She was in Planet Terror and Death Proof and
Scream 4 and
Scream
5.
Yeah. She has the lemon cookie, the lemon squares.
Yes.
Lemon squares taste like ass. Right?
Yep.
That's her. I'm just saying. I like to meet her too and get an 8x10. I loved her in Planet Terror. So
She was really good in Valentine.
Yeah, I like her in everything that she's done. She's done quite a few movies. Ooh, I have a Valentine poster. Oh, because you said you wanted to bring your Lost Boys poster to get signed, right?
Yeah.
I might bring my Valentine poster.
Although now just think, I wonder what would happen if I just bring up a thing of Speed 2 to Jason. Just because it's widely known as like one of the worst movies ever made.
What if he has an 8x10s for that?
I don't know.
Could. Don't know. Guess we'll find out this weekend.
Yeah.
So if you are at Midsummer Scream this weekend, make sure to come see us at booth 267. Can't wait for that. All right. I guess that's really about it, right? What else do we need to talk about?
CreepyCon.
CreepyCon.
That'll
That's
be
in September. Yep, we'll
the
be there.
23rd and 24th. And
Yep.
then
October, we've got some stuff cooking. For October?
Literally just on the phone with someone.
Yes, for the
but
beginning of
I
October.
could say October 21st.
Yes.
We will have Serena Vincent.
Yes, Serena
Here.
Vincent from 1 to 4.
From 12 to 4 now.
12 to 4 now?
12 to 4 now.
12 to 4. Excuse me.
So, I got the pricings for her, so I'll get that out, and then, yeah. Once the other thing is official, we can
Talk about that.
talk about that.
It's at the beginning of October.
It's beginning of October.
It's an event here in Vegas. I'm sure people can kind of figure it out.
It's gonna be a long weekend.
It's going to be a long weekend, and it's going to be fantastic, and it's going to be really good.
So if people want to bring me
I'm excited.
Pepsis, I'm all for this.
And then we're still working on trying to get some other signings happening.
September, and at this point, I don't even know if August is going to happen, but September, possibly. I got to talk to you about November, December.
Yeah. We'll get some things working up, though. We'll see what happens. Cool?
So, but yeah, be on the lookout for October stuff.
Yeah. Excited. Can't wait for October. All right. Well, I guess that's it. So make sure you join us next week for the Haunted Mansion. We're going to talk about that.
Yep.
Right? All right. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.